BFG. The BFG is the latest Steven Spielberg movie, and that's essentially what got me into the theater, because I've never read the children's book, and I know really nothing about the BFG. The BFG stars a girl named Sophie, and when Sophie is looking out her window one night, she accidentally sees the BFG. The BFG, afraid that she is going to tell people that giants exist, snatches her up and takes her away to Giant Country. And from there, we get our bonding movie. Yes, it's a bonding movie. Over pretty much, that's the main point of this plot, is to see the BFG and this girl bond together. And I think that is where the movie works really well, is that eventually you do, by the end of the film, come to see their friendship and how much they really depend on each other, and how lonely this girl is and how much she just needs a friend. To me, where like the fault of this film is, whereas with the other giant characters. The other giant characters actually eat humans, and we find out that, you know, the BFG is actually the runt of the family, and he's the smallest one that they pick on and are mean to, and now he needs to stand up to his family. The BFG is Steven Spielberg's most kid-friendly movie. This movie revolves on a lot of fart jokes and a lot of like whimsical, you know, motion and things like that. It's very much of a kids movie at heart, and I think that's where I left this movie a little disappointed. There's not much humor or much for adults really at all for me. I didn't think that there was a lot of that going on. And I think that's where the movie falls flat to me, is that it's so aimed at kids. So it's hard for me to review this one because it's not aimed for me. If you're like a young kid, maybe like 4 to about the age of 9, you're going to have a great time. This could be one of your favorite movies. You might grow up thinking this movie is one of the greatest movies of all time. And then you get older and you realize that it's not. Example for me is Page Master. There are a few flaws with me though, like going through like the eyes of an adult. I don't like the way that the girl Sophie is animated into this movie. She looks so out of place because the entire film is CGI up until like the second act of this movie. And in the first act, when they're in Giant Country, she looks so weird. Like it looks so odd to my eyes to see this girl in this completely computer generated background. It just looks weird, and I didn't like the way that like. The giants, though, I think the way that their faces are animated, they look so realistic and like it looks so cool. But their bodies and stuff, it's just such a weird animation, and I didn't like the way the movie was animated. I like the way it's directed. Steven Spielberg did really good with the direction, but the animation is kind of off to me. But I will say anything with these like a dream sequence looks fantastic. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. It looks so good. It's gorgeous, and that's where I think the animation works really well, these dream type things. I'm going to keep it short. The BFG is a good movie, but it is definitely set for kids. If you're an adult, I don't think there's a lot to get out of this movie. I'd see it with small children, or I'd see it just being a Steven Spielberg fan. Well, that's all I can really recommend. So I'm going to give the BFG 5 out of 10. If you like my reviews and you want to see more, click like, subscribe, and remember, a review from Ryan J will brighten your day.